Hey, welcome back to Donald Miller's Electrical Services, knob and tube, Ardmore, rewire. So I wanted to kind of show you what our end product is and why we're different than other companies that try to remediate knob and tube. These are the hardwood floors, and I'm gonna switch this from selfie mode to the camera mode, and I'm gonna walk this project with you. So here's our switch. All right, and if you go up, here is those patches we had in the ceiling. And we did authentic plaster patching. All right, here's the holes. All right, and I'm gonna go down this project and we're gonna look at the difference. All right, and if you notice, every hole, they're not really feathered. Like there might be a little bit of feathering, but for the most part, the plaster marries the plaster and you have a nice smooth finish. So a little bit of paint and this is done. You don't have to do anything else with this. Let's see, there's the shine. There's no dust. We did all that cutting and all of our baseboards are clean. You can move in right now. Here's our outlets, nicely done. All right. There's no dust in the house. We wipe down everything. Every inch of this house gets a wipe down. There's no point in remediating an entire house of knob and tube and then leaving a mess for the homeowner to have to clean. So after we pull all the ram board up, we wipe all the baseboards down, we wipe all the windows down. Okay, so all the windows are wiped down, and we even wipe down above, up there. Yeah. Hey, the knob and tube, the plaster dust goes everywhere. So we make it a point to wipe it down and to mop it. And this is the floors, all right? No dust, not in a corner, not on the step, no dust, all right? And that's the difference in our rewires. You are basically ready to move into this house. There is no cleaning, there is no patching. You might have a little bit of paint, but that's about it. All right, so upstairs we haven't mopped yet. We're pulling ram board up. We're gonna go upstairs. All right, and this is even with ram board. You can see a difference with the floors, okay? Like you still have a little debris here. That's a little plaster debris. So we're gonna have to mop all this. In here, same thing here, right here. So this is a little bit of dust that got on the hardwood. And if you don't mop it up, it will get worse and worse. If you don't use ram board, the entire house is gonna be like that. All right, so these are the floors. Ram board is up, floors are perfect. Here's the holes that we did. We put nail plates in them, and then we had someone come in and patch them. All right, I'm gonna go to another room, and I'm just gonna walk the house with you. All right, you can see it takes 2 guys to wipe a house down. All right, and if they thoroughly wipe it down, it takes 8 hours to wipe down. All right, so we're wiping down every little piece. Every one of these is wiped down, every one, okay? So after our remediations, if a homeowner just buys the house and have us remediate it, they can walk in this house with a baby, with children. It's a lead-free environment. We're very big on that with these rewires. There's a lot of lead exposure. When you cut as much plaster as we cut, you're basically spreading lead everywhere. And any knob and tube remediation, every single one, you're gonna have lead exposure. And you have to be ready for it, okay? And if your contractor isn't prepping your house for a lead-free environment, I would be extremely careful moving in after a remediation because you could have lead everywhere, everywhere. In the state of Pennsylvania, if you're doing a knob and tube remediation, they're stating you have to be lead certified. Okay, here's hoagie hands right here. We'll wipe this all down. Okay, so every switch gets wiped down. Everything will be patched. Everything is as clean as it can possibly be in order to move in. That's what we guarantee. That's our process. We wipe down all the baseboards, even up high. Everything's wiped down. This isn't done yet. So you see that there'll be a little bit around here. Here we go. So there's a little bit right there, probably got underneath the ram board. So we'll get a broom, we'll sweep that up, and then we'll mop it. So we're about 2 hours away from moving out of this house. We've got our final inspection. We passed inspection at around 10:30 this morning. So that's our rewire. This house took 2 weeks to do. The second week, we could have gotten it done in 7 days, but we took a little bit of extra time. The third floor, we didn't want to make as many holes. This house, it was a little bit more holy than normal. We made 30 holes for 3 stories. We often only have to make about 15 to 20, but this third floor is finished. And when you have a third floor finished, your second floor has more holes because of all the amount of notching you have to do. But that's the walkthrough on my projects. I appreciate you guys watching. And if you're thinking about a rewire, consider all the avenues that you have to go through when you pick a contractor. How are you cleaning up? Is he doing baseboard outlets? Is he going to put them on the wall? Does he guarantee the plaster is not going to be fractured or cracked? There's a lot of avenues into knob and tube remediation. It's not so simple as just rewiring a house. It's rewiring the house correctly so it holds its value and it holds its beauty. You start butchering these homes up and you're destroying a beautiful piece of property for a low bid rewire. And that's what I'm against. I don't want to see a house destroyed just to get some new wiring into it. It's not worth it. Wait to find someone that knows what they're doing and they're slow. Like we do winter rates. If we're slow in the winter, we might be able to knock off a couple dollars of our rewire because it's February and there's not a lot of rewires taking place in February. So there's always ways to get a quality rewire. You just have to know what you're looking for, that's all. If you get into some of these, if you're going just for the lowest bid, just be careful. The lowest bid on these rewires can be disgusting. Know what they're doing. That's the number one thing. Know exactly, and if a contractor is not willing to tell you how he's gonna do it, maybe you should find a different contractor. They should be very open about their methods of remediation. Their methods on, are they pulling floorboards up? It's important. It's really important to know how they're gonna rewire your home if you decide to use them or not, all right? I think that's it for this video. I appreciate you watching. Have a good one. See you soon. Take care.